Hi, my name is Miles Coney, and welcome to Quarantine Chronicles. And we have our guest speaker, Mark Meekins.
Good afternoon.
So, give me an introduction to who you are, Mark Meekins.
Sure. I am, for lack of a better term, I'm a background actor. I have been doing acting on stage since 1981. And pretty much about 30 years on stage before I ventured into doing movies and TV shows. My first movie was The Hunger Games, and I was fortunate enough to be one of the extras in that. And it rapidly progressed after that point to wonderful shows like Homeland, Banshee, movies like Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood. I've been very, very fortunate over the years, and that's primarily what I do now. I travel all over the Southeast and try to get in on some wonderful movies and TV shows.
All right, so basically what I'm going to be doing today is asking Mark Meekins about his experience during the quarantine pandemic. What do you do for a living, and talk about your background?
Okay, like I said, I'm basically a background actor. I used to work in broadcast television behind the scenes, master control operations, camera operations, directing. When all of that basically went computerized, where they don't need people anymore, I started venturing out into other job opportunities. I was doing security work for a while, computer work, things like that. But my first love has always been acting. Started acting back in 1981, back in high school, and have just continued to do it since then. Spent about 30 years doing all stage work, and then ventured off into the field of being a background actor for movies and TV shows. And my first real adventure into that was The Hunger Games, which was a wonderful experience. And it kind of took off from there, actually. I ended up doing some wonderful movies like Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood, Parental Guidance with Billy Crystal and Bette Midler. Quite a few number of movies and TV shows like Homeland and Banshee. And basically that's pretty much what I do now for a living. It's pretty much, for lack of a better term, it's pretty much a full-time opportunity.
How has the COVID pandemic affected you in your day-to-day life?
Well, day-to-day life, well, since basically everything as far as production, movies and TV show production shut down, it's basically been a sit around, twiddle my thumbs type of thing. I managed to catch up a lot on my reading and trying to hone my acting abilities. I've been very fortunate that a couple of independent films were being shot here in the Greenville, South Carolina area. So I was able to partake into those and did a couple of, matter of fact, I just finished up one called, oh my goodness, As the Crow Flies, I believe it is. At least that's the working title. And I also did another one called Seven Shots, which was my first real starring role in an independent film. Other than that, it really has been just, kind of slow. I've been able to catch up a lot on things I needed to do for myself and things that I enjoy doing.
What is something good that has come out of this situation?
Well, on the good side, it's like I said, it's given me the opportunity to do a lot more reading, which I can never do enough of. I love reading. You basically name anything, fiction, nonfiction, technical manuals, I'll read it. So it's given me a wonderful opportunity to do that. It's allowed me to keep in touch via social media with a lot of the people that I've met over the course of time doing acting. So I've been able to talk to them and get to know them much better. Plus, it has given me the opportunity to do a few more independent and short films. So it's allowed me to hone my acting abilities a little bit more to a refined type of setup. And it's also given me the chance to, truthfully, to look after myself a little bit more, doctor's appointments, things like that, that I've been putting off for several years now, and I've been able to get those out of the way.
What is something bad or something you don't like about the situation?
Bad. Well, let's see here. I was fortunate enough before the coronavirus occurred. I was doing a background role for a movie with Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds. And I can't give away too much about it, but I was a background actor in that, and we had started shooting it. The problem is about 3 weeks into the shoot, that's when the coronavirus hit. So everything came to a screeching halt, which was, to me, was absolutely horrible, because I enjoyed working around the cast and crew from that movie. And right after that, just everything started falling like dominoes. It was just one after another was getting canceled. Things that I was already basically booked to do. And that really, truthfully, kind of depressed me a little bit, because that's what I love doing, is acting. And I've loved doing it since high school. And when I'm not doing it, I get a little depressed, a little bummed out, and things like that. And of course, this has been going on for quite some time. And they really haven't started kicking back up production yet, because they don't quite know what's going on with the coronavirus. 1 week it's up, the next week it's down, and then the next week it's back up again. So I'd say, truthfully, just the total best word would be isolation. Not being around the people that I know, the people that I've worked with, and doing what I love to do. That's really been the worst of it.
What is the first thing you want to do when this is over?
Oh, that's easy. I want to get back to working. By the way, the movie with Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson was called Red Notice. It's going to be on Netflix, and I really am just dying to get back into working on that one again, because it was such a wonderful movie, and the people there were just fantastic to work with. Just in general, getting back to acting, be it movies, TV shows. Like I said, I've already done 2 independents. I'm waiting for those to finish getting through post-production, so we can get those out to the film festivals. So it's just a matter, literally, of getting back to the acting, to being around all the people that I've met over the course of time, and making all kinds of new friends. I'm a very personable kind of person, and I love being around people. And I've never met anyone I couldn't end up friends with, and I think I've got somewhere right now on social media around 4,000 friends that I've made since Hunger Games.
Wow. Okay. You got it going.
Oh yeah.
All right. What is a thing you have learned about yourself that you are working on changing to be better when this is over?
I have learned, which is one of the downfalls of being a background actor, is that you don't get the opportunity to act, to expound on the acting ability that you have. It's basically, okay, you start here, you move over here, and then you end up over here, and that's pretty much your job. Because of the coronavirus, I have been able to explore and expand on my ability to act, which I missed doing that part of it from my stage days. And doing these couple of independent films, it's got me back into that. And I've learned how to refine and expand further on the characters that I've developed over the course of years. And incredibly enough, every play that I've ever done, I've kind of maintained a little bit of each character. So when I go on set, on an independent film, I can basically pull a little bit from each one of those characters to create that character that I put out on film. So it's given me that opportunity. So that's wonderful.
All right. So do you have any last words for the audience?
Well, don't let for my actor friends, don't let the coronavirus part get you down. If you have the opportunity to do independents, films, even just to get together online and do table readings for different types of movies and plays that may be coming up, absolutely do it. Never sit back and let your abilities just get pushed to the wayside. Keep doing it. And what will happen eventually is that you may get picked up to do an independent film where you have a speaking role and a real acting role other than being a background actor. So keep doing it, and just keep your fingers crossed that this pandemic gets over real quick, so that people like myself can get back out there and start acting again.
All right. Thank you guys for watching Quarantine Chronicles, and thank you, Mark Meekins, for coming to this Quarantine Chronicles episode. And thank you guys for watching Instant Human Entertainment.
Thank you very much.